This isn't really a review. I've known this car for almost a decade, and today is probably the last time I'll ever drive it. Our family bought this Fortuner brand new back in 2018, the V variant 4x2, 2.4-liter turbo diesel, 147 horsepower, and 400 newton meters of torque. Numbers that, on paper, don't sound extraordinary, but this engine, you don't just read about it, you feel it. There's something about the way the 2GD pulls. It doesn't rush, it just goes. Drop it into power mode and everything changes. The exhaust note gets angrier, the throttle sharpens up, and that 6-speed automatic just feeds the revs exactly where you want them. I'll genuinely miss that. The steering is heavy, no question about that. It's the same rack and pinion setup shared with the Hilux. Durable, deliberate, a little demanding. But after a while, it stops feeling like effort. It starts feeling like the car talking back to you. The ride, though, that's a different conversation. The Fortuner was never meant to be gentle. You feel the road, you feel every seam in the pavement. We did swap out the shocks for Ride Max 4-ways, and that helped. But the Fortuner will always have an edge to it. That's just part of who it is. Inside, dark brown leather, wood accents on the center console. The dashboard sits tall, higher than you'd expect. And honestly, that's one of my favorite things about this car. It makes you feel bigger than you are, like you're commanding something. The rear passengers get their own climate controls, and there's a cooled compartment just above the glove box. A small detail, but one I always appreciated. The fondest memory I have with this car is a road trip up north, Cebu, toward Medellin. That stretch of road, the aisle, where the sugarcane lined both sides, and I just let it breathe. Full throttle, wind, the engine doing exactly what it was built to do. I don't think I'll ever forget that. The Fortuner wasn't perfect. The cargo space had its limits when we traveled as a family, and it averaged roughly around 6.2 kilometers per liter, which is not stellar by any means. However, this car was mainly used on short trips averaging around 3 to 4 kilometers per trip. I do believe the Fortuner is capable of better fuel numbers if it were used to cover longer distances. NVH could have been better. The doors felt heavy enough to expect more sound damping, but it never once let us down mechanically. Not once in nearly 10 years. The only significant thing we replaced was the AC module, a known issue with this generation. That was it. We're selling it not because it failed us. We're selling it because our needs changed. My parents are getting older. Climbing up into a tall SUV every day, it adds up. And with diesel prices where they are now, the math just stopped making sense. The Fortuner is still a great car for someone who needs the size, the capability, the presence. It's hard to beat, especially at the price Toyota puts it at. But for us, this is it. 9 years, a lot of roads, a lot of memories. Thank you for all of it. If you've had your own Fortuner story, I'd love to hear it in the comments. And if you're new here, this is what we do: real drives, real impressions. See you in the next one.